Hello, just a quick video today with the time value of money for CFA Level 1, and today we're going to discuss simple interest. So we're actually going a little bit beyond the initial theory that we learnt surrounding interest rates, and we're actually going to do some quantitative applications of the theory that we've learnt, which is fitting considering this is the quantitative methods topic. So simple interest is pretty straightforward. So to calculate our interest expense, it's a pretty simple formula. We take our present value or present amount or principal, we multiply that by our rate of interest, so the interest rate, and we multiply that by the number of periods. Important thing to note is the formula only calculates our interest expense or our interest received. It doesn't actually calculate our future value. So if we put some amount, let's say $100, into a bank account, and we were going to receive 5% interest per annum for 3 years, our interest earned is going to equal 100 times the 5% times 3, which is just equal to 5 times 3, which is equal to $15. So that's the interest that we would have received over a 3-year period. To calculate the future value at that time, we actually have to take the present value and add on our interest received, which will be the present value multiplied by the interest rate multiplied by n number of periods. So to actually calculate the future value at time 3, it's going to equal 100 plus the 15 in interest that we calculated up here. So that's going to give us a grand total of $115 after 3 years. So that's how we calculate simple interest. You'll notice that the simple interest, if we draw that as a function, is actually a linear function. So our balance will go up steadily, but at a constant rate. Conversely, we also have compound interest, which will look something like this, and go up at an increasing rate. And this is why compound interest is so much more powerful than simple interest. What compound interest is looking at is essentially if we put $100 in the bank, then using this simple interest calculation after 1 year, we would earn $5 interest. What if, so this is year 1, what if for year 2 we took this $105 that we earned from the previous year, put that in the bank, and earned 5% interest on that. So rather than before, where our interest earned was just $5 every year off that 100, we're getting 5% from this 105. So in year 2, our interest earned is actually going to be the $5 interest off the 100 plus 5% of $5 would be 25 cents. So our actual interest that we earned in year 2 would be $5.25. Okay, and that's going to keep increasing over time, because in year 3 we're going to start with $110 now. 105 plus 525 is 110 at 25 cents, and we're going to multiply that by the 5% interest. So that's the power of compounding, and we're going to look at that in more detail in the next video. And compounding is the more commonly used form of interest calculation, and what you'll be exclusively using in your CFA. But simple interest is sort of the most basic form of interest, and something that you should be aware of.